So far, in this series, we have explored Haifa in Israel, which is where I embarked a 7-night Greek island cruise on Rhapsody of the Seas. After embarkation, we then headed over in our next episode and looked at Limassol in Cyprus. It was absolutely beautiful there. We had loads of time to check out some ruins, some of the most beautiful water I've ever seen, before heading over to Rhodes in Greece. This was our first Greek island of the cruise. It really didn't disappoint. We got to see ruins, we got to see windmills, and we got to see a lot of money. After that, we headed to what I thought was going to be my absolute highlight of the cruise, and I wasn't wrong. We headed over to Santorini. It was absolutely breathtaking. You can see that in my last episode. But today, we're going somewhere very different to Santorini, and that was our final Greek island of the cruise. In this episode today, let me show you around the beautiful island of Mykonos. Hi guys, good morning. If you are just finding me, then hello. I am currently coming to you from Mykonos here in the Greek islands as part of a 7-night cruise, as part of an entire year at sea. So this year I am essentially ship hopping from March all the way up till Christmas. So yeah, if you're not already following along, then it would be great. If you think about doing so, you can do that just directly underneath the video. But hey, plug over, let's talk about today. So I am in Mykonos here in Greece and never been here before. No idea what to expect when I open that door, because as you can probably tell, or if you've been watching the rest of this vlog series, you'll know that I'm staying on the inside of the ship. Now, that obviously means that I don't have a window. That means that I have no way of knowing what outside looks like. Now, some ships have got webcams on the TV, but this ship, being significantly older than the ships that I'm used to travelling on, this one doesn't. So I am completely in the dark. So look, the plan for today, because I'm very aware of the fact that I want us to get out of this room and go and see the island, because there's quite a lot to show you when we get back to the ship tonight as well. So the last thing you need right now is me rabbiting on for ages. But the plan for today is to get a tender from here over to the shore, which is a small boat that will take all the passengers over to land, just due to the fact that Mykonos doesn't have a dock, so we can't actually take the ship in today. Now, after that, I've been recommended to take the water boat. So we're going from a ship onto a boat, So that second boat is apparently the best way to get into Mykonos Old Town, because where we dock, I'll show you on a map now, but we're slightly further out of the Old Town itself. So apparently it only takes about 15 to 20 minutes on that other boat, and I've been told those boats are quite big, so hopefully the queues shouldn't be too bad. I've also been told that you have to pay cash, and it's €4, so I have just managed to scrape together €4 of change, so hopefully, inflation hasn't impacted here, because if it has, I'm going to have to break a 50, and today being my last day dealing in euros, because this ship will then go back to Israel, I don't really want to have loads of loose change, because you never ever remember to spend that when you go on holiday next time, do you? So yeah, I'll then take a little boat down to the Old Town, and from there I'm hoping to get down to Little Venice and maybe also those famous windmills that you see on all the postcards. So yeah, it's going to be quite a busy day. I'm hoping that we're going to have enough time. All aboard today is at 5:30, when the last tender leaves at 5:15. So it is going to be quite a quick day, because when we were in Santorini, we got until 8:30, which was amazing, because you could go and have a bite to eat ashore, or you could just chill out and get ready for the night when you were on land. I really enjoyed the late embarkation, or the late all aboard. So yeah, 5:15, so it's going to be quite a quick one. So look, let's get out of this room now. Let me head upstairs with you and show you what it's like to dock in Mykonos here in the Greek islands. Guys, the absolute benefit of travelling solo. So I had to go down to guest services there, or down to deck 4, to get a sticker to go on a tender boat. Now, unfortunately this morning what I didn't say down in the room is that I slept through my alarm, which means that instead of waking up at 7:20, I woke up at 8:40, which I woke up to the announcement that they were boarding boat 2. So yeah, not the most ideal. Now remember, your sticker number means you can go in any boat from that number. It doesn't tie you down to going on one specific boat. So for example, if you're boat number 7, it means that you can go on 7, 8, 9, 10 or whatever number after that. It means that you just can't go on 1 to 6. Now, bear in mind that I woke up like an hour later. I got to the front of the queue and he said, oh hey, good morning, how many? I said 1, and he said, he was holding sticker 22 and he said, actually there should be space. Let me show you what number I am. That couldn't have gone any better. So basically, as soon as I'm ready to go, I can go. So I am just up here to have a wander around to show you guys what it looks like, because I haven't been outside yet, and to also just grab some breakfast, which I'm going to do at Windjammer. So let's head out. So we have another cruise ship beside us today. It actually looks, it looks windy, so you might lose my audio in a sec. But we have got MSC Divina beside us today, which is another ship that I haven't seen before. So, coming out here, oh my goodness guys, there are so many cruise ships in with us today. So, wow, we've also got a Costa Pacifica and what looks like an old MSC ship. That might be Lyrica or something, I'm not sure, I'll get a wee bit closer. Wow, okay, this is totally different to Santorini. So we are a lot closer to land today. Not sure where the tenders are going to go. I haven't seen any of them going in yet. But this place is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Right, the Greek islands have got to be one of the most picturesque places that I have ever cruised to. Like, oh, yeah, this, oh, it's stunning. It's just so different to Santorini actually, because if you remember Santorini, all of the settlements were at the very top of the hill, whereas this place, thank the Lord, they seem to live at the bottom. So hopefully we're not going to have as much hiking to do today as what we did in Santorini. Oh, there's even a beach looking at the ships. Okay, I'm now so excited. Right, let's go for breakfast and then get off, because I think, yeah, it's going to be a lot to explore today.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top.
Right, now off the ship, this all seems to be going suspiciously well, so it's not even 11 o'clock yet. I'm off, tendered across, and now about to get on the sea bus. So, well, the queue here, it goes from there up to the ticket office and then out the other side. Now I've got my ticket, so it was only €2 each way, as expected, which is excellent and a good thing. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to pay for it without breaking that 50. So yeah, the 50 remains intact, and the rest of today I can hopefully just use like my MasterCard and stuff when I go down into the old town. Now, actually really impressed with this service. It looks busy, so what I would say is that it leaves every 15 minutes, and when it leaves, they really crush it full, which is good to get down into the town. But yeah, if you're expecting to use this service to get your perfect selfie with the Greek islands behind you, then yeah, don't, just don't. So yeah, I'll hopefully have shown you by now what the last departure looked like. And yeah, to say it's standing room only is probably the biggest understatement that I've ever made on here. So yeah, anyway, look, let's go and get in the line and I will see all of you when we get down into the Old Town. What I would say is that I am amazed from a safety point of view that this sea bus is operational. One thing was very clear when using this service, and that is that it's just simply a way to get lots and lots of people from the cruise port down into the Old Town as quickly and as cheaply as possible. I wouldn't recommend using this service if you don't like crowds. I also wouldn't recommend if you potentially are a bit unstable on your feet. You can see here, when the boat left in front of us, we were then left right at the front, no railings, nothing, with hundreds of people behind. I didn't feel overly safe. The next boat then appeared further down the dock, so everyone had to walk and then begin the scramble again to get onto the next boat. What I would say is that once we were on board, the views really were beautiful. First of all, you see a little bit of the more rural coastline. You then pass by your neighbouring cruise ships and you then arrive in Mykonos Old Town. Look at how many people are waiting to go back to the ship. I couldn't believe it. This was only about 11 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea why everyone was going back so early. But not us, we are just arriving. So look, let's get off and explore a little bit of Mykonos. One warning that I would give is that there were obviously a lot of cruise ships in port during our day. That meant that the town was heaving, and you will see that throughout my pictures. There was a lot of people, so if you are docking with so many other ships, make sure you're prepared for crowds. Anyway, look, let me leave you with some audio and let me show you some of Little Venice and some of Mykonos Old Town, because if you are a little bit of a culture vulture, you are going to love what you're going to see here. Wow, okay, so the Old Town here is absolutely beautiful. What I would say though is Mykonos feels so much busier than Santorini did, which that's really surprised me actually, because I thought Santorini would have been the big one and this would have been slightly quieter, but nope. How wrong can you be? Now anyway, I have just walked along that strip of houses over there, which is basically, it's like people, it's probably holiday apartments that you charge a fortune for, never mind houses, but yeah, you walk along there, you're right on the water, it's so cool. And then along here they've got like this, I mean this is just a little stony mound to be honest, this isn't up to much, but when you get to the end of the path that follows the water there, you end up directly at the windmills. So this has probably been one of the easiest walks that I've done so far, where the main things that you want to tick off are within such easy reach of the ship once you get into the Old Town. So yeah, look, really impressed so far, just a little bit busy for my liking. But yeah, let's get to the top of the hill, check out the windmills, and yeah, catch up with you shortly. Would you believe that these windmills date all the way back to the 16th century? I find that absolutely mind-blowing. Now, when these were built, they were obviously built for agricultural and trade purposes. However, they've now been totally restored, totally transformed, and believe it or not, you can hire one or two of these to stay for the night. Not all of them are restored to that quality, but a quick Google search will soon show you. Let me know in the comments, would you stay in a Mykonos windmill or would you rather stick to a more conventional hotel? Anyway, after the windmills, it was over to a pretty special ice cream shop for what I was hoping was going to be one of the best milkshakes that I could find on the island. Okay guys, we're gonna have to talk about where I am right now. So this is the oldest ice cream shop on the island. Now, anybody that knows me or has known me for any longer than 5 minutes will know that if there's one thing I absolutely cannot get enough of, it's ice cream. And if there's another thing I can't get enough of, it's white chocolate. So I have managed to combine both of them together today in a milkshake. Now, the milkshakes here are served in not a real coconut shell, but actually these really nice, coconut shell mugs, which I really like. Now, anyway, tastes perfect. Now, apparently this shop was opened over 70 years ago. You go in, they've got like old pictures of the founding family. The shop itself looks so modern, so I love that, where you've got like an old family business where they've actually tried to keep it up to date, but really, really good, and I would recommend coming here. Now, my milkshake has cost me €7, which isn't, I mean, it's not the cheapest, but for the type of experience where I'm now sitting out in the street, people watching with a cold drink, and it's not even busy. The problem with the bars down there is that you're sitting enjoying your drink surrounded by people. Like, fine, I can't see the ocean here, but I've seen enough of that this morning. So yeah, I am gonna switch off from the world for the next half an hour. I have also actually, I should have had these ready before I clicked record. I have also got a couple of postcards that I need to write for some of my friends. These are actually from Santorini yesterday, and the good thing about them is that they actually have cruise ships on them. Of course they do. But yeah, I'm going to sit here, lose myself for half an hour, write some postcards, and catch up with you guys shortly. Okay, milkshake done, and I am, to be honest, now thinking about what I'm going to do before heading back to the ship. Now, I've got some postcards that I need to get sent to Patreon members, so hopefully, guys, these are coming your way. You'll notice these are actually from Santorini, but written here in Mykonos, because I ran out of time to find a postbox in Santorini. So yeah, hopefully I can find one here. So that's mission number 1. And then, to be honest, I'm just going to enjoy wandering around this old town before heading back. The amazing thing about today is I already know I've been here, what, a couple of hours, and I can already tell that I want to come back. So yeah, the good thing about, I've mentioned this so many times, but one of my favourite things about a cruise is that you can come and sample places, and if you like it, come back, and if you don't like it, okay, fine, you've been, but maybe not one that you'd redo, and you've only spent a day there. So yeah, honestly, I mean, look behind me. This is just, everything here is just like a postcard. I've honestly seen nothing quite like the Greek islands before. But yeah, look, let's head down, find a post box. This is going to be mission 1, And then yeah, just enjoy a bit of exploring before heading back over to the port. As you're hopefully realising by now, I was really smitten by what I was seeing on Mykonos. I just found the whole place to be completely charming, despite the fact it was really, really busy. Are you ready for me to blow your mind? What do you see right now? This just looks like a normal shopping street, right? Well, let me show you what's through this little doorway. Number 47 is one of the smallest chapels that I've ever seen, just randomly in the middle of the street. Now, the amazing fact that I need to tell you is that on the island of Mykonos, there are around 1,200, that's right, 1,200 churches, which means that's approximately one church per family living on the island. I know, absolutely unbelievable. There are churches everywhere. I'll show you another on the way back to the ship. But yes, very, very impressed. Right, guys, honestly, I think I could spend all day, every day here and just not get fed up. This place is absolutely beautiful. Now, time-wise, it's coming up on 3:15, and our final tender leaves our port dock at 5:15. So you'll have seen when I got off the water bus earlier that it was pretty busy of people going back. So I expect it's going to maybe be even busier going back now. So to be honest, I'm going to think about making tracks pretty soon / now just to head back down there. Now, I mean, honestly, this town, I'm completely bowled over by it. I would say my biggest tip and biggest recommendation if you are planning to come here is do what I've done right now and come a couple of streets back from that seafront bit. Because look at the difference. Down at the front, you're kind of fighting through people and everyone's sort of filtering along slowly. Here, this is, I guess, where people live, so it's much more like, well, obviously residential, but it's just way calmer. It's so quiet. I'm even speaking to you quietly so that I don't disturb people. So yeah, honestly, this is amazing, and I feel like I'm actually wandering about places where Greek people live rather than just where all the tourist hotels are. But yeah, anyway, we've got quite a lot going on the ship tonight that I'm looking forward to filling you in on. One of such things includes Utopia of the Seas, which is a brand new Oasis class ship that's coming from Royal. So yeah, very exciting night ahead, including that balloon drop that I'll have shown you earlier on. So look, let's begin to make tracks down to the port, see what we can see on the way down, and I'll catch up with you properly, probably when we get back into my cabin, back on Rhapsody. So that means it's time for one final look at Mykonos Old Town before we head back to the ship. The first thing that I do want to show you here is the waterfront. It is such a beautiful place. You don't tend to get many people paddling in here. There were a few, but not a huge amount due to the fact that it's mostly pebbles and rocks there rather than sand. Now here's that other church I wanted to show you that I mentioned earlier. Look at how grand it is for such a small space. It was amazing. The chandeliers in here must weigh an absolute ton. I've never seen such a small church look this grand. And also, I've never seen churches have these type of guests before. There are cats everywhere on Mykonos, and it's actually quite nice to see that even if they are strays, they're not quickly hurried out. Now, after I was in the church, I then found exactly what I was looking for, which was a postbox to write to some of my Patreons. If you are interested in supporting my channel via Patreon, then head over to the link on your screen now, and it would be amazing to get to know you a little bit better over there. So thank you in advance to anybody who does that. Anyway, back over to the ship, and I'll see you in the cabin. Okay, I am back on the ship, back in my cabin, and honestly, like, what a day. Like, I feel as though we were last in this cabin about 3 minutes ago, and it's been hours. That has completely flown in. Anyway, when I got back on there, I thought, you know, I am actually pretty hungry because I had that milkshake, but I didn't actually eat ashore. So what I did was I went via Cafe Latitudes, or I think it's just called Latitudes, down on deck 6, which is, if you've been on the bigger Royal Caribbean ships, then Latitudes is the version of Cafe Promenade. So it's one of the dining venues that's open pretty much all day. I think it shuts, well, I mean, it shuts mega late and it opens first thing in the morning. So it's essentially like the onboard coffee bar where you can go down, grab a coffee, grab a couple of bites to eat, and then, yeah, just chill out for a bit down there. What I've decided to do is bring the food back to my room. So if I show you what I have opted for, I have gone for a turkey wrap, which is, actually, do you know what, as far as like pre-prepared wraps and stuff go, this is excellent, and look at how much filling is in that. And then, naturally, me being me, I have then went for like a chocolate bar dessert thing, which, yeah, don't know how I'm going to eat it because I actually forgot to pick up a knife and fork, so I'm not going to eat that on camera because I think this is going to be my knife and fork for that, so yeah. I thought I'd just come back and chill out in the room because I could do with probably a bit of a break from the sun and also a bit of a break from just being around people, so yeah, half an hour in here. Then I'm going to go up and spend a wee bit of time up on the pool deck prior to sail away. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like to sail away from Mykonos, and hopefully we'll be able to capture a couple of the other ships heading off as well. I will next catch up with you post sail away, pre-dinner. Nearly confused myself there. But after we've sailed away, I'll be back here to get ready for dinner, and that's when I'll catch up with all of you. Well, quite a few hours have passed since I last spoke to you guys, so as you know, I was going up just to spend a bit of time in the sunshine, and the sun kind of started to go away probably about 7 o'clock, just with the way that the ship turned, and at that point, the movie started playing, so I thought, okay, I'll just lie here lie here a little bit longer, and time just disappeared. Before I knew it, I went and got an ice cream, and then the sun was actually setting, so what we've been treated to tonight is just the most beautiful, I'll put a clip of it on now, the most beautiful sunset as we're cruising through the Greek islands. Like, you honestly, you couldn't make it up. Like, it honestly feels like you're in some kind of dream up on that top deck when the weather goes like that. Now, it's also not that windy tonight. We've had quite a few nights now where it's been windy, it's not been rocky on the ship actually, it's just when you go outside, it's really blowing from a wind point of view. Now tonight it's calm, the air's warm, people are outside enjoying the view, and it's, yeah, up there it's a really nice feeling. Now, plan for tonight. Now my luggage labels, I can't bring myself to discuss these yet, but they have arrived, so they are now ready to be put on a bag. Granted, the bag is nowhere near ready, but yeah, we're not going to talk about them in this video. But the plan for tonight, so that we can get back out of the room. Now, it's quite late, it's 9 o'clock now, and I've not eaten, so my dining reservation, would you say? My dining situation is that I am on the My Dining plan. which means that I can just show up to the dining room whenever I want to eat. Now, the My Dining slot, I think, is 7:30 to 9:30, so I'm going to go and get the tail end of that so that I can have a main dining room dinner. And then after that, I'm really looking forward to tonight, actually. So there's a tribute band who were on the other night who are doing, so it's called Frankie and the Dreamers Jamtastic. They were excellent the other night. So that's on at 10 o'clock, so I'll probably catch like the tail end of that if I get out of dinner at a decent time. And then the last event I'm so looking forward to. So it's called the Utopia Reveal Big Balloon Drop Party with our activities team and DJ. Now, for anyone that's not too familiar with what Utopia is, it's the brand new Oasis class ship that's coming from Royal Caribbean. Now, by the time this video goes live on YouTube, this will probably seem like quite old news, to be honest, but when I'm filming this right now, it's, what date is it? The 21st of June, so it's very, very hot off the press. And it's actually really exciting to be on a Royal Caribbean ship when they launch this new ship out to the market, or the sales for it anyway. Now, what they sent through to our cabin last night, on the cruise compass, they actually put like a little bit about the ship to tell you about it. And it's absolutely huge. So it's 1,188 foot long, 211 foot wide. It's got a guest capacity of 5,668, and it's got a total of 18 decks. Like, it's absolutely huge. It says on here, pool hop till you drop, and then bragging rights daily on 17 adrenaline amping slides. Yeah, I can't imagine a cruise ship that's got 17 slides on it. I'm very intrigued to look at the plan for this ship, because up until now, I've been, yeah, relatively hidden from the world of Utopia, actually. So yeah, so tonight is a balloon drop all about that ship, so I think that should be good fun. What they've also said is that every passenger on this ship has been entered into a prize draw to win a cruise on Utopia. So that means I've got like a 1 in 2,000-ish chance of winning, which is better than the lottery, and would play the lottery. So yeah, hopefully, oh, imagine if I won a cruise. So yeah, who knows? I might be closing this video by letting you know that I've won a cruise, but who knows? But hey, look, let's get out of the cabin, go for dinner, and I'll come back on briefly and catch up with you at the end of the night, by which point, cross everything, maybe I'll be a winner. So dinner tonight I didn't film because I actually got invited to dine with a really lovely couple who were behind me in the line, so yeah, I didn't bring my camera out during that. And then it was over to the Utopia of the Seas balloon drop and prize draw. I'm not going to give anything away right now. Did I win a cruise or did I not? Find out next.
Sailing in July 2024, alright? Are you ready? Okay, before, this is a very tense moment, Jerry. A very tense moment. Everybody, drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls. Oh! Press the button, press the button. Oh! The name is there, the name is there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see, let's see. 4, 3, 2,
Guys, guess who has won a cruise tonight? Yeah, not me. We all probably knew it was going to go that way, didn't we? So I haven't won a cruise. However, I have booked a cruise. So I think I've fallen into the hands of whatever marketing genius decided to give away a cruise, because it's put me in the mood to go on one. So yeah, if I didn't have enough booked already this year, I've just been able to squeeze another one in. Now, for anyone that wasn't aware, at the end of this cruise, I'll be going back to the UK to spend a bit of time with my friends and with my family. And yeah, the cruise that I have just booked lessens that time because, yeah, it means I have to go to the US a wee bit earlier. So yeah, very exciting, and I'll fill you in more detail in my next episode, which will be coming to, well, my time tomorrow, which will be looking at how to disembark a cruise ship and also how to head from Haifa port into Tel Aviv. And I'll also give you a quick look at my accommodation when we get there. Now, yeah, recapping on tonight, so I was terrible at dinner. I didn't get any pictures or any videos to show you guys, but honestly, it was really good, and the quality tonight was pretty similar to what I've shown you in other nights. The reason why I didn't take my camera out tonight is because I met a lovely couple in the line at dinner, and they invited me to sit at the dinner table. So it's actually the first time that's happened this week, and yeah, they were a lot of fun. So I didn't think it was appropriate really to have my camera at the table and taking loads of pictures and videos. So you'll have to take my word for it that it was really good. What I'll do is I'll find a way in tomorrow's video to factor food into it. Don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I'll find a way. So yeah, come back and see tomorrow's episode and you'll see what I managed to do with that. But yeah, after that I headed along to the atrium, which is where they did the balloon drop, and it's where they gave away the cruise and a couple of other prizes. Now, because of dinner, I also didn't make it into the show because, yeah, I actually forgot how much longer you have dinner over when you're actually in conversation. So we literally looked at our watches and it was quarter to 11. And I thought, okay, well, there's the show. But yeah, look, I've had a really lovely night tonight because that's the first time this week on this cruise that I've met other people that speak my language and who have been so nice to just invite me over to their dinner table. So I really have enjoyed that. Now, yeah, that's the end of another day. Unfortunately, I'm not one cruise richer. Well, I guess I am, but I've had to pay for it. So it's not as fun and it's not as good as winning it, is it? So yeah, the end of another day. Tomorrow we are spending all day at sea as we head back down to Haifa in Israel, which is where we'll dock on Friday morning, which is today's Wednesday, so it's 2 days' time from now. So yeah, my next episode is going to be looking at how to get off of a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, what the disembarkation process looks like in Haifa, and also commuting down and then checking in and staying in Tel Aviv in Israel, which is a city that I am really, really excited to explore because I've heard a lot about it, but seen very little. So yeah, hopefully I can open your eyes to a new little corner of the world tomorrow. So look, from me in a very comfortable inside cabin, I am gonna immediately flop back in this bed as soon as I press stop on this camera, and I will see all of you tomorrow evening for the start of the next episode, which is when I'll be prepping my bag. But yeah, thanks very much for watching and a very good night. Cheers guys. Bye.